Hey everyone, I'm Amelia. Tonight, we're talking about a brand that almost everyone in America recognizes instantly. KFC was once one of the most powerful fast food chains in the world, a simple fried chicken recipe turned into a global empire. But today, the story feels very different. New competitors are taking over, consumer habits are changing, and the company that once dominated fried chicken is now fighting to stay relevant. So, what actually happened to KFC? In this video, we'll explore the rise, the decline, and the uncertain future of one of the most iconic fast food brands ever created. And if you enjoy business documentaries like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Because some of the biggest companies in the world have stories far more complicated than they appear. This is the rise and fall of KFC.
Every single day, millions of people around the world order the exact same thing. To meet that kind of demand, KFC operates a staggering physical footprint, running over 26,000 restaurants stretching across the globe. But this massive operation actually started with a single roadside kitchen back in 1930, run by a man named Harlan Sanders. He perfected a method of pressure frying chicken and seasoned it with a very specific, carefully guarded blend of 11 herbs and spices. Yet, if you look at the company today, you'll find a bizarre paradox. KFC is completely dominating international markets, but it is slowly losing its grip on the very country where it was born. There was a time when KFC had an absolute stranglehold on the American market. Between 1970 and 1990, it was the undisputed king of fried chicken in the United States. They built that lead through a rapidly expanding franchise system, dropping distinct red and white bucket signs into nearly every town across the country. This rapid growth attracted major corporate interest. The company was passed from investors in 1964 to Hubeline, to PepsiCo, and finally landed under the Yum Brands umbrella in 1997. Throughout those decades, KFC established the operational blueprint for how a fast food franchise could successfully scale across America. Jump forward to today, and that initial blueprint has successfully scaled to over 150 different countries. Directing this massive global operation is Yum Brands, a corporate entity that uses high-level financial strategies to manage several major chains at once. This pie chart breaks down Yum Brands' total revenue. KFC is clearly the largest single entity, taking up a 40.9% share. That translates to an estimated $3.10 billion in 2024. With system sales projected to grow by 6% into 2025. By leaning heavily into international markets, KFC turned a regional American novelty into a highly efficient, unstoppable global economic engine. But back inside the United States, the physical footprint of the brand looks completely different. By 2024, the domestic scale of the operation shrank down to just 3,669 remaining locations. This descending line chart tracks their recent closure rate. In just a single 12-month period, 122 U.S. stores permanently closed their doors. Consumer data points to a straightforward cause. Domestic customers consistently report an outdated store experience and declining customer service standards compared to their peers. While corporate leadership focused its energy on planting flags overseas, they allowed their original domestic operation to slowly hollow out. The issue isn't that Americans stopped eating fried chicken. Instead, the domestic market simply became hyper-competitive during what the industry calls the fried chicken wars. Chick-fil-A aggressively captured market share by prioritizing premium customer service, which directly translates to the highest revenue per store in the entire fast food industry. Meanwhile, agile competitors like Popeyes and Raising Cane's introduced modern, highly efficient layouts, easily capitalizing on KFC's stagnation. This comparative bar chart shows exactly how those shifting preferences impact the bottom line. You can see the exact moment Raising Cane's, a much younger chain, officially surpassed KFC in total domestic revenue. These newer brands completely redefined what American consumers expect from a chicken restaurant, leaving the older giant struggling to catch up. So today, KFC exists in a fractured reality. It is a highly profitable, untouchable giant abroad and a struggling relic at home. It raises an interesting question about whether a brand can maintain its core cultural identity if it continues to lose ground in the exact market that invented it. Because while a massive global footprint provides excellent financial security, it clearly cannot buy local relevance.
The sharp decline in the United States started with the food itself. Customers routinely complained about decreasing quality, and eventually even Colonel Sanders himself publicly criticized changes the corporate office made to his original recipes. Management reacted by constantly trying to pivot away from their core product. They attempted to push health menus, grilled foods, and heavily promoted chicken sandwiches and burgers. Many of these products completely failed to catch on. By 1991, shifting dietary trends meant the word fried was viewed as an active liability. To distance themselves from the negative health associations, the company officially dropped Kentucky Fried Chicken and rebranded simply to KFC. The branding confusion bled into their marketing. They ran a highly criticized United Nations Grilled Nation campaign and later launched an Oprah Winfrey coupon promotion that so heavily overwhelmed stores it caused widespread operational breakdowns. Around the same time, persistent urban legends claimed the company changed its name because they were using genetically modified mutant chickens. The rumors were completely false, but they stuck around for years. The combination of operational missteps and a blurred brand identity drove their domestic customers away. But looking at the brand in Asia or the Middle East tells a different story. Overseas, the company is viewed as a premium, reliable, and incredibly popular dining option. This map illustrates the empire. More than 80% of KFC stores are located outside the United States. Zooming in on Southeast Asia shows rapid expansion. Vietnam alone is projected to have 172 stores by 2025, commanding 13% market share. The cash generated by this massive international footprint acts as a financial shield. It allows Yum brands to absorb heavy losses and market share drops occurring back in America. KFC has transitioned into a global entity that leverages its international success to fund its survival in the United States. That survival plan is officially called the Kentucky Fried Comeback. The strategy focuses on 3 targets: regaining their market position, repairing the brand's image, and aggressively attracting younger demographics. Operationally, this means stripping away the clutter. They are launching a new low-cost menu while simultaneously bringing back the classic legacy dishes that originally built their reputation. Behind the counter, Yum Brands is spending heavily on digital transformation. They are integrating AI-driven ordering systems and expanding their online capacity through self-service kiosks and delivery. To reach that younger audience, they are pulling back from traditional television spots and redirecting their budget into targeted social media advertising. Ultimately, the entire turnaround relies on a very specific formula: taking the founder's classic legacy product and delivering it through modern technology. The brand still faces a steep uphill battle in the United States. They have to overcome decades of an outdated image while fighting off highly specialized, fierce fried chicken competitors. But as this chart tracking Yum Brands' recent financials shows, the overall corporate strategy is working. Driven largely by KFC's international dominance and Taco Bell, system-wide sales and profit margins continue to grow. The brand is not fading away. It is repositioning itself by trading its American market share for a high-tech digital overhaul and massive international expansion. KFC's long-term survival is likely, but its cultural identity remains at a crossroads. The icon that started in Kentucky may be destined to thrive everywhere except the country where its story began.